Yeah. 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 Welcome to Beyond the Block, everything crypto. Welcome to Beyond the Block, everything crypto.
All right, deep divers, welcome back. Today we're diving into this SEC versus Ripple lawsuit
Oh, yeah?
that everybody's been talking about.
It's a big one.
We got a ton of articles on this, and I got to say, the more we read, the more interesting it gets.
Yeah, it's definitely a rabbit hole, that's for sure.
It's a rabbit hole, years of legal battles, and honestly, some pretty big implications.
Huge.
For the whole crypto world, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this case has really become a sort of like a benchmark for how the U.S. might regulate the entire crypto market.
Yeah, it's not just about Ripple and XRP anymore.
Exactly. It's way bigger than that.
So maybe for those who haven't been following it as closely,
a little refresher.
Could you give us just a quick rundown of what the SEC is actually claiming here?
Sure. So basically, the SEC's main argument is that Ripple sold XRP as an unregistered security.
Okay.
So, meaning they didn't follow the rules for selling investments, right?
Yeah.
And they're alleging that Ripple was basically running this like ongoing offering of XRP with the expectation that buyers would profit from Ripple's efforts to like boost its value.
So it sounds like this whole thing hinges on the Howey test, right?
Yes, exactly. The Howey test, the infamous Howey test.
That's the one, right?
It's the legal standard for figuring out if something is a security under U.S. law.
Right.
And it boils down to these three criteria: investment of money, a common enterprise, and the expectation of profit, mainly from the efforts of others.
So the SEC is basically saying people who bought XRP were investing in Ripple's success.
Yeah, hoping to ride that wave, you know?
Hoping to ride the wave, exactly.
That's their argument.
And they're pointing to Ripple's control over XRP and all their promotional stuff as like evidence that it was marketed as an investment contract.
Right, like all the marketing materials, the way they were talking about it.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But Ripple's counterargument is that XRP is more than just an investment, right? They're saying it's got this real-world use as a currency.
Right.
Like for fast and cheap cross-border payments.
Right. They have RippleNet, their whole network.
They have RippleNet.
And partnerships with companies like MoneyGram.
Yeah, that was a big one.
To support that claim.
Yeah, and I mean, XRP did gain a lot of traction, right?
Yeah, it was huge.
It became the third largest cryptocurrency by market cap at one point.
Exactly. It was right up there.
But then, boom, the lawsuit hit and things kind of went south.
Oh, yeah, everything changed.
What happened then?
Well, you know, the lawsuit just created this huge cloud of uncertainty, right?
Yeah.
People got scared.
Makes sense.
XRP's price tanked, like over 50%.
Wow.
And then major exchanges, you know, the big ones, Coinbase, Binance US, Kraken, they all delisted it.
Oh, wow.
So US traders couldn't even access it anymore.
So they really hurt.
Oh, it was a big blow, yeah. Just shattered investor confidence.
Okay, so now I'm even more curious, right? Like, why is the SEC so determined to keep pushing this case?
Right.
They even appealed a partial victory that Ripple had last year.
It's like, what's the end game here? What are they really after?
Yeah, are they just trying to make an example out of Ripple, or is there something else going on?
It's hard to say for sure. We can't really know what's going on in their heads, right?
Right.
But some experts think there's something bigger at play here.
You
know, the SEC's job is to protect investors. That's their main thing. But they also have this responsibility to keep the markets fair and orderly.
Oh, okay.
So maybe, and this is just a theory, but maybe they're looking beyond just Ripple and XRP, you know, and using this case to set a precedent for how all cryptocurrencies are regulated.
So they're going after Ripple, but they're thinking about the whole crypto market.
Exactly. It's like a test case, you know?
Wow, that's interesting.
If they can make an example out of Ripple, maybe they can bring the whole industry under their control.
Right, like, hey, look what happened to Ripple. You better fall in line.
That's the idea, yeah.
Now that's where things get really interesting to me, because there's this ongoing debate about whether cryptos are currencies or securities or something else entirely.
It's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah, and it feels like the SEC is trying to draw a line in the sand with this case.
Oh, absolutely. They're trying to say, this is how it is, this is how we define it.
And that's why this case is so important, because if they win, it could give them a lot of power over the future of the whole crypto market.
Oh, massive power, like shaping the entire landscape.
Like, this is a high-stakes poker game, right?
Oh, totally.
With the future of finance on the line.
The stakes are incredibly high.
So we've got this legal battle dragging on. a really complex technology and a powerful regulator who seems determined to make a point.
Yeah, it's a recipe for something big.
But where does Ripple's defense stand in all of this? Have they had any wins at all? Tell me more.
Oh, yeah, they've had some wins, some pretty significant ones, actually.
Okay, I'm all ears.
So in July of 2023, Judge Annalisa Torres, she issued this partial summary judgment that was a pretty big victory for Ripple.
Really?
Yeah, she ruled that these programmatic sales of XRP on exchanges, they didn't count as securities offerings.
Hold on, back up a second. Programmatic sales, what does that even mean?
Oh, right. Sorry.
So programmatic sales, it just means like automated sales of XRP on exchanges, right?
Okay.
So where people are buying and selling on the open market, just regular trading.
Got it.
And the judge basically said these transactions didn't look like the kind of investment contract that the Howey test talks about.
Interesting.
So people buying XRP on exchanges, they weren't relying on Ripple's efforts to make money. They were just treating it like a currency, plain and simple.
So that sounds like a pretty big win for Ripple, right?
It was a big win, yeah, a real setback for the SEC.
Does that mean XRP is in the clear then?
Well, not quite, not so fast.
Yeah.
It was a win, but it wasn't a complete victory.
The same ruling also said that institutional sales of XRP, like the big sales to hedge funds and institutions, those did violate securities laws.
Ah, okay, so that's what institutional sales mean.
Exactly.
Why are those treated differently?
Well, the judge figured that those institutional buyers, they were more likely to be buying XRP as an investment
Okay.
based on Ripple's promises and all their efforts to pump up the value,
Right, right.
They had direct contact with Ripple, getting special deals, talking about the company's plans for XRP, that kind of thing.
Got it, so they were more like insiders.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
it was a mixed bag,
But even with that mixed ruling, Ripple's at least partially off the hook, right?
Well, that's where the appeal comes in.
Oh, right, the SEC is appealing.
Yeah, they weren't happy with that partial ruling, and they're challenging it in a higher court.
Wow, they're really going for it.
They are, and that's what makes people wonder what their real motivation is.
It does seem like they're making an example out of Ripple.
Yeah, some people are saying that.
Like they're trying to send a message to the entire crypto world. If we can take down Ripple, we can take down anybody.
Exactly. It's like a power play,
Right.
And some people are worried that the SEC is overstepping its boundaries, trying to regulate something that doesn't fit into the old financial rules.
I get it. Crypto is this new decentralized thing.
Exactly.
And trying to squeeze it into these old regulatory boxes, it just doesn't work.
It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole.
Yeah, exactly. Crypto is kind of like the Wild West right now, and the SEC is coming in trying to be the sheriff.
Yeah, trying to impose order.
But some people argue that their approach could actually stifle innovation.
Absolutely. And drive development to other countries that are more crypto-friendly.
So the U.S. could actually lose its edge in the global crypto race because of this.
It's a real possibility.
Wow, that's kind of scary.
It is. We're already seeing other places like the EU and some Asian markets. They're adopting more progressive regulations.
Right.
They want to encourage innovation while still protecting investors.
So it's like a global tug of war is happening.
Oh, yeah. It's a competition for sure.
With different countries trying to become the leading hub for crypto.
Exactly. They all want to be the crypto capital of the world.
And the outcome of this SEC case could really determine who comes out on top.
Absolutely. It could tip the scales.
Wow, this is getting bigger and bigger.
It is. It's like a pivotal moment for the whole industry.
It's like a fork in the road. Which way are we going to go?
Exactly. The direction the SEC takes and how the crypto community responds, it's going to shape the future of this whole technology.
So much is riding on this one case.
It's incredible, right?
Yeah, it's not just about a legal battle. It's about the future of an entire industry.
And a fundamental debate about the role of technology and innovation in our society.
All right, so we've talked about Ripple, we've talked about the crypto market, we've even talked about the global landscape, but what about the everyday investor?
Oh, yeah, that's important.
Like, you and me, how could this case actually affect us?
Everything crypto.